10 months on, the floods that devastated Lismore are still taking their toll on residents. As the cleanup process drags on, hundreds of families are relying on emergency accommodation while they wait for temporary houses to be built. But the timeline for when these pod villages will be ready for use is still uncertain. And to add insult to injury, a government authority is pushing the blame for mismanagement onto residents. Lismore Mayor Steve Krieg joins me now to discuss the situation. Mayor, we know how many residents in Lismore are still living in their cars or under their houses. Just how dire is the situation?
Obviously, it's not the best outcome for these people. We're, as you say, 10 months on from the biggest natural disaster that certainly Lismore has ever seen. And, you know, for people still to be living in their cars or in tents in their front yard and those sorts of things. They're living in motel rooms up and down the coast of Queensland and northern New South Wales as well. Some people have moved up to 20 times in the last 10 months because they're living in motel rooms and literally living week to week and month to month. So, you know, there's still a lot of work to do to get these people into some form of temporary, longer-term accommodation, that's for sure.
OK, so but just walk me through this here. What's going on between Lismore Council and the New South Wales government? Because I understand that there have been multiple proposals for potential sites for pod villages. And I'm told that for something that's meant to be a quick fix, this process is taking quite a long time. What is going on here? What do our viewers need to know about this?
Really good question. Resilience New South Wales has presented a couple of sites which are council-owned assets, one being Hepburn Park. Originally, the proposal there was for 250-odd pods, I believe, which takes up the whole park. Now, this is a park or a sporting facility that is Lismore's only flood-free sporting facility. At the height of the crisis, this sporting facility was used by all the emergency services. The Army was using it to land their helicopters for food drops. The SES were using it. The RFS were using it. It was the main base for evacuations, airlifts, food drops, as I said before. So it was really one of only two sites that Resilience looked at and presented that were council owned. We've had over 200 privately owned sites presented to the the Northern Rivers Reconstruction Corporation for potential development for house relocations and the like. Many of those were presented to Resilience 6 or 8 months ago, and not one, to the best of my knowledge, has been examined by Resilience as a potential pod village.
So is this why with all of these pods are, I'm told, sitting outside of Lismore, just outside, why aren't they being put into use then? Is it because of this fight over locations?
Lismore's geography is not an easy thing to put pods. We're either in a flood basin where the CBD and a lot of these damaged homes are, or on the side of the hill. Now, these pods, I'm told, have to be on pretty level ground. So to find suitable flat land in Lismore is a challenge at the best of times. So we have to look at private land, in my opinion, to be able to build these villages.
Steve, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Best of luck to everybody up there in Lismore. Hope this all gets sorted out